So what is going on, people, and welcome to episode 33 of the Barnsley career mode here on FIFA 21. And well, today we begin a new season, the third season in game, our second season in the Premier League. And well, business is about to be afoot. We've got a transfer window ahead of us. We're looking to make a few additions. I'm certainly looking forward to it. If you are as well, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are free. They just keep you updated as to when I upload videos, and I notice a lot of people that are watching aren't currently subscribed, so if you could do that, that would be massively appreciated. We are on our way to 200 subscribers, but for now anyway, we will press on with a lot of players in this squad, and well, a lot of them have been put on a list, one list or another, that's what I'm trying to say. So as you can see, transfer listed, Llorente is on the transfer list. If we can get him out, that would be great, mainly because of his wages. He is retiring at the end of this coming season, so he could still be around, but if we could get him on the books early, off the books early, that would be ideal. Dominic Gape is also on the transfer list as well. Brad Collins we put on the transfer list. I think we're more likely to get bids from him than we are for that Egyptian goalkeeper that we had at the end of last episode. So we'll probably look to move him on as well. George Miller is going on the transfer list as well at 23 years of age. You need him to be higher than 64 rated if he wants a chance at this side. As well as Clark Odor. 23 years of age, 69 rated. It's not too bad for this squad, but we do have Ailton and Ben Williams, so he just isn't going to get a look in. And then a whole host of players available for loan, including Callum Styles, Jack Aitchison, Jasper Moon, a load of the youngsters. Randall's on there as well. Pablo Miranda on the loan list. So hopefully we can get a load of these guys out and get them first team football, which would be ideal. Now, I said at the end of last episode what my transfer plans were, and as you can see here, centre back is the first port of call. I'm not too sure. I would take, obviously, we'd take a absolute worldy centre back. I doubt we'd get one. But I wouldn't be adverse to replacing Anderson in the starting lineup, someone to partner Hellick. We'll have to wait and see comes up. I wouldn't also just mind signing a backup, to be honest, because I like Hellick and Anderson as a pairing. In terms of money, we have 33 million with 118 grand to spend. We did meet all of our board expectations last season. I didn't go through that, which was a bit silly of me, but we literally hit all of them: youth development, brand exposure, financial. So we'll look through them now. Youth development, within 2 seasons, have signed one player from the academies and play 50% of the games in the next season. Whether we'll do that remains unclear. Brand exposure, gets 7 clean sheets in home league matches. I'm sure we can accomplish that. Sign 2 players from North America. Don't know about that, to be honest. Make a £2.7 million profit from a youth player sales within 2 seasons. That may well be achieved. Not too sure. Domestic success, finished mid-table in the Premier League, reached a round of 32 in the FA Cup. Well, we are looking to build on our finish from last season. We finished 10th. If we could finish comfortably in the top half, that would certainly be ideal. But for now, I think as you can see, pre-season tournament, we have Bologna, Sampdoria and Saint Sien. So it's going to be tough. We did also, after the last episode of the countdown towards the end of June, we had an offer for Mikael Hellick from FC Copenhagen, whatever. I deliberated over that one for a while. As you can see, oh my word, as you have already seen, he is still here. I deliberated. I was willing to negotiate, mainly because it's a source of European football, and he is Danish, so I'm sure he'd probably enjoy to go and ply his trade in his home country. They offered us 8 million. I wanted closer to about, I think I asked for about 13. They weren't willing to budge, so I wasn't going to waste my time. So Mikael Hellick is still here. Be interesting to see if we get any bids this summer. Obviously, this time last year we got rid of Glenn Ray. He went to Galatasaray. So yeah, we'll wait and see what comes up. There is one free agent I've got my eye on that I'm currently scouting. We'll wait and see whether that comes of anything. But for now, I'll go through, I'll sim the friendlies, and if any business comes up, then obviously you'll be the first to see it. And interestingly, so speaking of Mikael Hellick, we've had an offer for him straight away, 8.8 million from Hanover. I don't know too much about Hanover, to be perfectly honest. I'll have to go and see if they are in the Bundesliga. If they are, then that may be a question as to whether we sell them in the Bundesliga. Hanover are in the Bundesliga, so it's probably, I don't know. I'm in two minds because I am open to selling him because I feel like Hanover, are they a bigger club than Barnsley? I'd argue maybe so, but I'd only sell him if we get good money. I'll negotiate the offer. So they're offering 8.8. He's worth 7 and he's our best player. I asked for 13 in the summer. I'm going to ask for 14. 11.9, so they are budging up. Let's go back in with the 14 and see what they say. If they'll come up that far. They're not. Okay, well, if you're not willing to pay a price, then you can't have him. Helic stays for now. Here we go then, the first game of the pre-season tournament against Sampdoria. Mikael Helic, I think, is still at the World Cup. So we've had to replace him. Nathaniel Phillips into the starting lineup. We will quick sim this one. The World Cup is currently at the round of 16 as we lose 3-1 to Sampdoria. But yeah, I'll update you when it's finished. We can maybe have a look through it and see how it's gone. Okay, well, I'm in the transfer hub. Spoiler alert, this is the free agent I'm looking at. How Karamoko Dembele is a free agent, I don't know, but he come up on a scout report last season. And we're having a look at him. He may well be a decent little pickup. But I've identified a centre-back, Corrado Yves Dabila from Ivory Coast, 25, plays for Lille, 71 overall. Now, he's not the best defender on paper. He's okay defending. Passing is to be desired. Physically, he's okay. Decent jumping and strength. His interceptions are half decent, which is kind of what I like about him. Technically, okay passing. His tackling is decent as well. To come in as a backup, he's quite cheap. That's what drew me to him. And I think, to be honest, I'm quite happy to go in and bid for this guy. Just to sit on the bench or to sit alongside Nathaniel Phillips as a backup. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily looking to get rid of Mads Andersen, but I think this guy will certainly prove decent competition, and there'll be, well, 3 centre-backs vying for that one spot. But we're going the lowest of what they said, which was 2.15, and they want Toby Sibic. Okay, well, I'm not willing to give you Sibic. Is there anyone else that maybe they would want if the thing will not freeze? There we go. I can offer them Clark O'Dor. He's on the transfer list. So if I offer them Clark O'Dor, and then we'll maybe up the transfer a little bit. If I say we'll give them 750k plus Clark O'Dor, how does that sound? They're not interested in O'Dor. They're not interested in O'Dor, but they will take our initial cash offer. So yeah, I'm happy to accept that. Let's negotiate a contract then with Cuadio in this lovely, enchanting restaurant. Squad role. We'll go with rotation. See what he says. Important. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Now, he's currently earning 16 grand a week. In terms of length of contract, we'd offer him a 3-year deal. 25. He's happy with that. Doesn't want a release clause. He only wants 20k. That's decent. So we'll remove the bonus. He'll probably want a little bit of a bump. Nope, he's happy with that. Okay, so we've got our new centre-back in. Well, Dabila is in the squad. We've got the one done nice and cheap, just 2 million out. Yeah, we've added him to the squad, given him the number 5 shirt. Brunner has now moved to the number 2 shirt that Jordan Williams had. And yeah, I've put Brian Berrant on the transfer list now. I just think he's a fit choice. He's not going to get any game time. So see if we can get some money for him. The next position I'm looking for now is a winger. Well, we're already looking at Dembele. but I'm not sure what his rating is, so we'll see what else is out there, and yeah, we'll go from there. But let's move on with more friendlies, shall we? Here we go then. Next friendly against Saint Sien. Can we pick up a win? No, we can't. Well, we're out of the pre-season tournament already, but oh well. Not the end of the world. World Cup is at quarter-final stage, so we have it slowly progressing through. So we had an offer for one of our youngsters to go out on loan, and that has been accepted. And we've had an offer from friendlies for Bradley Collins. Well, we'll negotiate this, see if we can't get a little bit more money for him. Offered 1.65, asked for 1.8, see if we can squeeze a little bit more out of them, and they're happy to oblige. Excellent. So Bradley Collins could be on his way out. Some teams are just ridiculous on this game. So looking for this right midfielder, right, and there's some decent options that have been presented. Quite a few free agents. How is Yunus Musa a free agent? How? Like, why would you release him? Oh, we are definitely getting him in. Absolutely. 72, only 19 as well. Definitely going to try and get Yunus Musa for certain. So he wants an important squad role. I am not going to deny him whatsoever. He wants a 5-year deal. I am not going to deny him whatsoever. Doesn't want a release clause. That is all good with me. In terms of wages, okay, he wants us to make an offer. So we'll offer him 20.5. We'll go with the recommended wage. See what he says. He's happy with that. And just like that, we have signed a Wonderkid for Barnsley. These teams are just stupid. Well, Musa is in. As you can see, he's made his way onto the bench. He's given the number 26, that formerly of Michael Solbauer. Such a good pickup for free. Unbelievably. We're now looking for a new right back. Just to see if we can find a decent one, to be honest. Maybe replace Cedric Brunner, but we'll wait and see. For now, we'll play our last friendly against Bologna. Right, final friendly against Bologna. See if we can't pick up at least a point in this friendly tournament. We do. We get a point. Dominic Freezer on the score sheet. Orsolini on the score sheet for them. Well, that's pre-season done. And it's going to be now just progressing through until to the first game of the season. As you can see, Brad Collins has been sold. Got a little bit extra for the transfer budget. But yeah. Sorry, Barnsley fans. I know Brad Collins is a bit of a favourite, but yeah, just wasn't gonna cut it for us this season, unfortunately. So now we progress to the first game, and we start with an away trip to the Emirates. Well, we won that game last season, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on in that one. We press on with more transfer business. We got a scout report back on Karamoko Dembele. He's 72 rated, the same as Musa as well. I'm going to keep him on the shortlist because we don't need him at this time, but he's someone decent for certain that we could maybe look at in the future. But in terms of right backs, we've had a few come back from Germany. And well, I think there's one guy that I quite like the look of. He's the youngest and the best rated of the bunch, Rydal Baku. Well, he's quite the upgrade on Brunner, I would say. He's absolutely rapid. Really good physicals as well. Jumping, stamina, interceptions is decent as well. His technicals as well is very decent. Crossing is decent. Passing is very good. Can play in central midfield as well as right midfield. But yeah, 4-star weak foot. Only 24 years old as well. German, this guy from Wolfsburg. I think I found my right back. He does have a £20.9 million release fee, but we will negotiate. Valued at 10 million is Baku, so we'll have to pay a little bit for him, but certainly worth it, I would say. The chief exec said about 13 million would be the lowest we could get him for, so we'll see what they say. To 13, they want 14.1. I will happily pay that for a player of this quality, that is for certain. We will negotiate with Baku. Really excited about this. This is going to be a real upgrade on Cedric Brunner. Meeting in a fancy restaurant, piano music in the background. Well, he can come in and have the important squad role straight away. He wants crucial. It's fine. He'll come in and be the best player at the club, probably. He wants a 4-year deal. I am happy to oblige with that. Disregard the release clause. He'll take a pay cut as well. We'll remove the bonus. He may want a slight bump in wage. He does, but only £1 more than he's getting paid currently. That is a fantastic signing. Well, Baku is slotted straight into that first team right back spot, given the number 33 shirt. Now, I'm fairly happy with the squad as it is. I think we've made good additions. Toby Sibic has now gone on to the transfer list. We've got plenty of money, 17 million. Should any late business happen in the window, then we prepared for it. I think that's the most important thing. Like with Glenn Ray, we sort of lost him mid-transfer window. We were able to replace him. So, yeah. Should we lose any players, then we've got the money to replace anyone. So yeah, I'm happy to progress with the squad as it is. Well, the World Cup has finished, and well, would you look at that? Belgium win the World Cup on penalties over Italy. That's interesting. Whether Belgium will reach that level of success anytime soon, it'd be interesting to see. Third place playoff, Argentina beat Germany by 1-0. So in the semis, Belgium beat Germany 1-0, Italy beat Argentina 3-1. Quarterfinals, Belgium knocked out Brazil, France got their Portugal, Netherlands. Where did England get to? Canada got to the round of 16, fair play to them. Belgium only narrowly beating them on penalties. Brazil beat Spain. England were knocked out by France. So there you go. Well, Belgium World Champions 2022. You heard it here first. We've had an offer for Dominic Gate finally from Gençlerbirliği. Yeah, that Turkish team. We'll negotiate with them, see if we can get a little bit more. They've offered 1.35. See if we can squeeze that little bit more out of them. Nothing else has happened. It's just a couple of days until the Arsenal game. See if we can get a little bit more from them. Yep, they're happy to oblige. Excellent. So Gate could be on his way to Turkey, but just a couple of days until the Arsenal game. I'm looking forward to it. And an offer for Clark O'Dore as well from Brentford, interestingly. Again, we'll see if we can milk a little bit more out of them, but good to see that some of these players are finally moving on. Barely any loan offers really for any of the youngsters. The one that we did ended up rejecting the move. That's like 4 loan offers that he's turned down. It's really starting to annoy me. And they're happy for 1.6. Excellent. So Clark O'Dore could be getting some championship football. Right, we're at the day of the first game of the season. We will do a quick press conference just before the game. Can you finish in the top half this season? I'm going to say we have to be consistent. We could have done so if we didn't have that dodgy spell towards the end of the season. Is Baku ready to make an impact? He'll make a difference for definite. I think having him at right back instead of Brunner, with his pace especially, and that smile, definitely going to make a difference. You're looking to sell players. I would say we're strong everywhere. I mean, if they'd have given me the option to say yes, then I would have, but it wasn't there. But this is, I think, the first choice 11 for the start of this season anyway. Davis in goal, Baku at right back, Ailton up to 74. Didn't grow last season, but he's up our rating already this one. Helic and Anderson at the back, Decore, Dadziak and Sangali in the middle, Thomas on the right, Freezer on the left, Silva up front. Very familiar lineup, only Baku, a new addition, making it. Well, we won at Arsenal last season. Can we start the season off with a bang? This is the Arsenal lineup for the first game of the season. Bernd Leno in goal, Maitland-Niles, Willy Bolly, Giuliano Mestres, Gabriel and Kolasinac at the back, Maddison and Partey in midfield, Pepe, Richarlison up top and Ika Munyain on the left hand side. Fele Sacco, and there was another name on there as well. I forget. A new signing, but 5 at the back again for Arsenal. It was late, but it was great for us last season. It was a pretty dull game though, all things considered. Hopefully it won't be the same this time round. Into Decore, and we can move forward here. Decore, it's got Maddison for company. Sangali, try and get a ball down the line. Thomas, I left it a little late to play the ball. Silva was in a bit of space, but Bolly recovers well. Dadziak with the corner. Aims for Helic, gets his head on it, and Mikael Helic does what he does best, gets on the end of a corner and heads us in front. We've been good value for this. Both teams trying to play possession football, but a long spell of possession camped on the edge of their area. And when the pressure finally tolls, Helic, the captain, with our first goal of the season, could have moved on in the summer if teams had given us the money we wanted, but he stays. And well, how important could that be this season? Munyain has to go back, force him out. Kolasinac to Partey. Richarlison. Decore does well to get a foot in, but Thomas will recover the ball. Decore trying to get back at him. Richarlison gets past Helic with relative ease, it must be said, and he's burst through the middle. And while that just opened up for Richarlison, and almost instantly, Arsenal have levelled. Helic just seemed to disappear. Anderson tracked the run. It allowed Richarlison to burst through the middle. Well, that may well be Richarlison's goal on his Arsenal debut. I don't remember him being at Arsenal last season, but I may well be wrong. Allows him to get away, but that will be half-time. 1-0 at the Emirates. Certainly a much more entertaining game than it was last season. Gabriel will switch it across, and I think that is probably going to be that, and it is. A fairly boring second half, but a well-fought game. I think a draw, probably a fair result. Both teams quite impressive in this game, it must be said. Really fighting, and it was good from us. We stood our ground defensively, no stupid mistakes, apart from the goal, which was a bit out of my control. But yeah, we fought well, we defended well, and a point. Although we did win last season, but a point away at Arsenal for a team like Barnsley is certainly a good result. Dominic Gape has gone to Turkey. Fortunately, just never quite worked out for him at Barnsley. But as you can see, we won't look into it too much. But after one game, we sit in 7th. Although some teams haven't played yet. But that is where we will end today's episode. What we have coming up next, well, we will round out the month of August and finish with deadline day. We have Brighton at home, newly promoted Brighton at home, followed by a trip away to Molineux and then a home game against Manchester United to finish the episode off. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.